What's going on, guys? This is DaWoblefet, and welcome back to more mechanics tests. We are still doing research with our newly enabled skills of being able to hack the game. So we are going to continue working on checks done before move success and wrapping up some of those mechanics. We learned last time, as you'll recall, a few interesting things. Knocking down exactly where Primal Weather was located at, things like that. And after doing some review, we ended up figuring out that the order for where weight moves in the Dynamax are actually sandwiched between Primal Weather and Damp and Queenly Majesty rather than up here in the regular move failure checks. So that's kind of cool that we're able to use. This is exactly what you'd want to use hacked mechanics for, so you can see if you can narrow down the list potentially of the actual mechanics. So that's pretty useful. So we are going to continue on. We are focusing this time on some more mundane, I suppose I could say, tests. Most of these are probably not going to be especially surprising. For example, I'd be shocked if Dazzling is in a different spot than Queenly Majesty. I'd be shocked if Protean was in a different spot than Queenly Majesty, things of that nature. We can verify that those abilities actually work, though, which is pretty cool. We can make sure that things are actually behaving as we would expect them to be behaving. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the Switch. And we will get at it. So, I need to add these Pokemon to my party real quick. So I've got like a ton of Diggersby here, and they all have the different abilities. So they have like Normalize and stuff, and this chart has Drought. So this will let me tell, because Weather Ball, what should happen is like Normalize or Galvanize or whatever should set the typing, and then Weather Ball should override it, but not in the reverse way. So if I use like Electrify, then these things will get overridden. Now, you can't tell for something like Galvanize, but we'll figure that out as we get to it. Well, let's go ahead and test some more mundane ones first, I'd say. Let's go ahead and grab Protean, which I believe is, yep, Pyukumuku here. We've got a few things that we can test with Pyukumuku. We don't need either of these guys. We will need Queenly Majesty and Dazzling. Need both of these. What else do we want? I guess I can go ahead and grab Comatose. Why did I take out Pyukumuku? Oh, that's my other Pyukumuku. It's a real Pyukumuku. We'll go ahead and grab Shields down. I didn't get the test Shield down last time. Test to see how it behaved. This should be decent as a start, I think. So we'll go ahead and start with this. So I'm going to go ahead and use Onyx and whichever one I gave Dazzling, I think Piloswine, to give Swirlix and the other one, Milcery. I'm going to give both of them access to the thing. So anyway. Actually, well, no, this should be fine. I don't think Milcery will die to a Future Sight by Pyukumuku. So if this is like Libero, then I would expect Pyukumuku not to trigger Libero here. Yep, no Libero. So I'll go ahead and I'll use Meteor Beam as well. And I'll switch out into my... It is my Piloswine. Being able to have entrainment and skill pop on Pokemon makes things so much easier to test. You can just manipulate the abilities exactly the way you want. Okay, and this should change my typing. Yep, it does. So that's not a big surprise there. Overflowing with space power. I didn't know that was what the text was. That's cool. Alright. Oh, by the way, we're listening to Smash remixes of Mega Man themes today. I was in a Mega Man mood. So, okay, nothing bad there. So let's see how much... Hopefully neither of these Pokemon die. Are you kidding me? Must because I got the special attack boost. Well, I can't test with that, so. So we'll go ahead and just reset. Gives me some time to update my notes. Yep, the Barrow behaves exactly like what we would expect. Okay. So we still need you. Do I actually have a priority move on this? I think Onyx has Aqua Jet, doesn't it? It does. Okay. So we'll go ahead and give Piloswine first. I'll just double entrainment here. I think the Swirlix is faster if I remember right. Because this will be relevant. Okay, Dazzling. And then Milcery use a second. Yep, that's what I thought. So I'm pretty sure if I use Aqua Jet here into either of them, and I can go ahead and just spore these guys, so they're less of a threat. So this should be Swirlix blocking it. Yep. Swirlix blocking it. And if I use Aqua Jet into Swirlix as well, it should also block it. Yep, Queenly Majesty. Alright. Faster, so let me make a note of this. Faster Queenly left, plus slower Dazzling right. Aqua Jet blocked by Queenly. So now if I give Swirlix Dazzling, I give Milcery Queenly. So this will be giving Swirlix the faster ability here. Yeah, that should be correct. Okay. Verify. Okay, yep. I did just use Dazzling on Swirlix there, so now if I use Aqua Jet into Milcery, we should now see, yep, blocked by Dazzling. No surprise there to me. And it should be the same if I target the other one. Now, technically, you could argue that, oh, maybe it's only the left slot, but this is how multiple Queenly Majesties work, so I'm pretty confident that this is how it works. If you want to challenge me on that, hack your own Switch. Aqua Jet blocked by Dazzling. Okay. So that proves Dazzling is an exact clone of Queenly Majesty as well. No surprise there. Here's another one that I thought was weird. So if I use, I think I'll do. No. Okay. I'll spore this guy, and then I'll switch into Pyukumuku. So supposedly, according to Showdown, if I understand what the logic was put out correctly, which wouldn't make any sense to me, but if I use Destiny Bond here and then sleep, supposedly I will. I shouldn't have made this sash. I should have just. Oh, I didn't even kill. No, don't attack that one. Dang it. That's okay though. That's not terrible. I'll actually, I use this to check to see if Shields Down works on Pancham. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. because it's not Minior. And I don't know if I can hack in, like if I hack in a Minior, I'm not sure how it behaves. I'm not sure if it will, like I don't even know what hacking in, yeah, okay, well it doesn't seem to work. Okay, shields down does not stop status on I don't know, Pancham. I can actually kill the Milcery here. Oh. So what I'll do is I'll use Destiny Bond with my Pyukumuku here. And what that will do is then I'll put it to sleep, so it'll burn a turn. Supposedly, that makes it so it won't actually die. Or excuse me, so that it will persist an additional turn, which doesn't make any sense to me. So go ahead and spore this guy. Destiny Bond. I am so happy that I've got all this stuff that I can just use. It's so much faster to test stuff. Okay, so we'll go ahead and nope, be spore next. Because I think, does Destiny Bond show up in Y info? It does. So if I spore here, according to, I don't even know like if I like use X defense or something like that, I'll just do like this. Yeah, see, I don't have that flag anymore. So I guess I could check what happens if I like wake up my Pyukumuku and then okay, so I'm gonna like full restore Pyukumuku and Destiny Bond. I'll test what happens if I like delay a turn from a like an X item, because that's like the best way you can delay a turn, because then the Pokemon's not moving. Oh, it failed because that was my most recently used move. Because you can't double Destiny Bond. Do I have double Destiny Bond in my failure checks? I wonder if I do. I don't remember, because it is a unique failure. So if I use like Spore and I delay Kikumuku's turn, like an X item. So let's see if it still is in the Y info screen on turn 2. I don't think it, yeah, it's not. So I don't really know why there's a mention of Destiny Bond in Showdown's code for this. It doesn't really make much sense to me, so I don't know what it's doing. I think removing Destiny Bond should be an end of turn effect. Makes most sense to me. So yeah, there's nothing for that. So we've got Dazzling figured out. We've got Protean figured out. We can test Comatose, see if we can actually get spored. See if it works. I'm pretty sure it's not tied to Kamala. I think that's its name. Yep. Yeah, it seems to be activating. Yep. Okay. Ability triggers. It doesn't affect Pokemon. Let me just make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the text was. Yep. You can't entrainment it. I don't know if that's normal or not. I couldn't tell you. So we've got this. So let's go ahead and... So now that we know that Comatose does function, at least, let's see if we can narrow down Comatose's relative location in the sleep effects. In case we get Kamala back in DLC 2, though I highly doubt it, honestly. If I had to guess, it is like almost certainly in the other ability failures. I can't really see any reason why it wouldn't. which is, let me go ahead and switch back so you can see. So, the ability failures for most things like Insomnia or Own Tempo or other things like that, they occur after, or excuse me, they occur before sub, I think? Yeah, before sub blocks Spore. There is a sub failure up here, but that's for blocking stat drops or decorate. I don't know why decorate is blocked by sub. That's so sad. Why can't I decorate my sub? But anyway, so I would anticipate it. We can narrow it down by checking. In particular, in this case, we can check versus terrain. It should occur after terrain, and it should occur in line with Aroma Veil, I think? Or does Aroma Veil occur somewhere else? Or, excuse me, not Aroma Veil, Sweet Veil. Yeah, Sweet Veil is in here as well. So we can test to see if it's in the same line, if it's in the same block as Sweet Veil, it'll have this exact same property as what we saw with Queenly Majesty and Dazzling, where the fastest one will activate. So if we check the Gen 7 list for Comatose, I believe Comatose, yeah, Comatose is listed in the exact same block. I cannot imagine it would be anywhere else. So the easiest way to test that would just be to give Comatose to the opponent, but we can't do that. We actually just saw that entrainment doesn't work. So I need to get Sweet Veil on my side, actually, I think. Unless Comatose, I don't know if that's an actual property of Comatose or not. Let's look it up. It looks like it's one of those unskill swappable abilities. Oh, we can actually use Comatose for another test, now that I think about it. Huh. That could be pretty handy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head back over here. And we will switch back to our switch. So probably the easiest way is going to be skill swapping Sweet Veil away from the opponent here. And then we'll just have Piloswine be our guinea pig here. So this is 102, this is 86. Do I have another Pokemon with skill swap that is slower than Piloswine? Or excuse me, than Palossand. Palossand is pretty slow, so maybe not. 86, 99. Yep, okay, good. Wait. That's 99, but this one's 86. I need a Pokemon slower than 86 that has skill swap. Which I don't think I do have. So I will have to do multiple battles here. Because you can't use X speed for switching this stuff around because it's based on the Pokemon's raw speed. Whatever speed is there in the summary screen. Or excuse me, I think it counts speed swap. No, it does not count speed swap. It does not count speed swap. It's whatever the Pokemon's raw speed stat is. So I can... So this Piloswine does have Spore, I believe, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So what I can do is I can skill swap away from this guy and hopefully kill the Milcery. And then what I can do is I can Spore myself. Okay. And now we'll see what happens when we do this. So I'll just Spore myself, it doesn't really matter. Spore. And my own Sweet Veil. Which is not really too particularly surprising to me. So now that we know that, I can swap. And then I'll just make Piloswine faster. The easiest way to do that will probably be leveling it up. Actually, I don't. I think leveling up might fix its ability. I'm not sure. Sometimes the game is it tries to correct hacked stuff for you. So I might just give it Carbos and see how that behaves. because giving it experience might be bad. I don't know for sure how it behaves in this game. I'll just max out on that. Okay. And let's see. Hopefully that did not remove my... Yep, okay, it didn't remove that, so and I've still got that, so that's good. So we know that. Blocks. Okay. So now we will go ahead and do skill swap. It doesn't really matter if I click here. Oh, I'm an idiot. It does. Ah, why'd I do that? I could have clicked anything else. Whatever. Okay. It doesn't matter, I think, too much. So I'll just skill swap away, and then we'll wake myself up. Well, that was a big brain moment. Okay. I'm making notes here, so apologies. Okay. Now I have what I need, so I can go ahead and do this. Okay, Spore, block Sweet Bell, that makes sense. Let's see what Pile Swine does. This should block by Comatose. Yep. Comatose. Blocks Spore. And, yeah, that should be, I think, sufficient to prove it. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. So Comatose is in the exact same area as what I would have expected it to be. We don't know anything about shields down yet, but that should be, I think, good enough for Comatose to prove that where it's supposed to be. We're making great time on this one. Mostly because most of these are pretty straightforward. Nothing really too particularly unusual. If I remember right, I think you can use Comatose to insta-sleep talk, which could be helpful. Well, we'll see later on. But let's go ahead and test out our friend the Diggersby. So we'll go ahead and toss all of our Diggersby in here. Diggersby though. What? Oh, I didn't. Idiot. Okay. It'd probably help if I brought a Charizard up front. So we'll go ahead and do that. So this says Drought. I should give it a Heat Rock, but hopefully I can just do the tests I need in the appropriate amount of time. Why isn't there an X item that sets weather? Okay. I hope my Charizard is actually faster. It should be. I'm gonna make sure of that though. Okay, good. I figured they were. Okay, so I'll use Weather Ball into my own Charizard. So recall that Sun is up right now, and this Diggersby has which ability? Let's see. Wait, I don't need to do that. I can do this. Normalize. So this will either be Fire or Normal type, and so we can tell based on whether or not it resists, whether or not it is the appropriate type. Looks like a resisted hit. Yep. Okay. So normalize plus weather ball in sun. That is a fire type move. So now I will switch out into Diggersby number 2. And I do not anticipate that these will be significantly different each time. Actually, I think I should stay in and I should use Electrify. So this one should be super effective, because Electrify happens after Weather Ball. Yep, exactly. So normalize plus Weather Ball in Sun plus Electrify as electric type. Yeah, I definitely should have attached a Heat Rock. Oh well. Shouldn't be that bad. Diggersby though. He has ears for arms! Alright. Sun is up, right? I can't hardly tell. Yeah, it is. Okay. Only for one more turn, though. And it resists again. Because this was... I didn't even check which Diggersby this one was. This is Aerialate. Because normalize or Aerialate plus Weather Ball in Sun. It probably would not hurt to verify that these abilities actually work as well. Now that I think about it. Because I guess this wouldn't verify anything. So I'll just use Weather Ball right now onto another one of my Diggersby. This wouldn't really prove anything either. At least not from typing. You can probably tell by damage calculation, but I don't really feel like going off the damage calc right now. Do I have anything that's weak to flying? That's not weak to flying. Well. Fine, I'll pull up the damage count. Oh, shoot. Well. Okay. I guess we're gonna test that one. We'll make sure to give Charizard a Heat Rock this time to expedite testing. Okay. So we'll go ahead and teach Diggersby any normal type move that I'd like. Normal type. There we go. Sure. I don't know which one this one is, but it'll do. Oh, this is the Aerialate one. Sure. So Diggersby 3 is Aerialate. We'll give Charizard Heat Rock. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and move you first, and we'll move this Diggersby first as well. I just realized I added the... well... Oh wait, no, I can test with whether or not it's a flying type via attacking into Gengar. Yeah, that'll be good enough, actually. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use Weather Ball on myself. Actually, we already tested that, so we're going to go ahead and do Electrify this time, because this is our Aerialate one. Super effective. Early. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll test, or excuse me, I'll use Facade. And we'll switch into Gengar. So this should deal damage. Yep, it did. Having triggered a Curse Body. Neat. Okay. I'll just go ahead and swap into a Diggersby I haven't been into yet. Refrigerate will do. So we know Aerolite is functioning. Okay, and we'll go ahead and use Weather Ball. And I can use this opportunity to kill the Milcery. So that way it can't Sweet Kiss me or anything. I gained experience. It should be fine. I think it only resets hacked stats. And I don't think it should reset it mid-battle. Anyway, I actually missed what typing that was. So I'll just go ahead and heal. Okay, what's fire type? So refrigerate plus weather ball and sun is that. So then if I use weather ball plus electrify, you get the idea of what's going on with this. Yep, nice and super effective. I have 2 turns of sunlight, so I won't actually be able to pull off the next step. So I'll just go ahead and I will use, actually what I will do is I will switch. Yeah, I'll go ahead and switch into Galvanize. And we'll heal. Okay, so I can use 1 weather ball here. Then I'll snore. Yep, nice and resisted. And I cannot test the final one. I can't test, it's just galvanize. I cannot, or how's it spelled? Is it A-N? Yeah. Yeah, I can't test electrify plus galvanize because I don't know which one it would be changed by. So I'll just go ahead and I'll use weather ball into another Diggersby or something like that. I'll use weather ball into my normalized Diggersby. Just to showcase that they are functioning. So this should turn it into an electric type move. What? What? Does weather ball just work like that? I didn't think it worked like that. Well, okay. So I'll switch to Gengar and I'll use knockoff here. So this should do no damage to my Gengar. There we go. Okay, normalize is at least functioning. So, for sure, normalize. Didn't Oh yeah, my facade did, so that was aerolate. So normalize and aerolate are for sure working. I guess we're not 100% confident on the others. I didn't know that was how that worked, huh. Guess must be how, like, Pixelate, Weather Ball works as well. It always just sets it. Kinda weird. It should be pretty straightforward test. I'll just go ahead and I'll give Facade to my Galvanize and the other guy. So Facade. Actually, I'll teach it to all my Diggersby. It'll just be faster that way. Facade. Because I don't need Aqua Jet. Okay. And so I can test pretty quickly here. I'll just go ahead and I'll lead with my normalize, or excuse me, my galvanize and refrigerate ones. So I'll just have them attack each other. And this should very easily verify that it does exist. I thought Weather Ball, when there wasn't any weather active, was just treated like a normal move, but maybe it does actually set the typing. Yep, super effective and no damage. It even, the tooltips even know it actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, because it knows that that's super effective. And it knows Weather Ball's effective. Ha! That's funny. So it actually knows. That is hilarious. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can just test it to prove it, but yeah, I didn't even realize it said it on the actual the tooltips there. Yeah, but that'll do normal damage. The game already knows what its typing is expected to be there. Okay. So all the moves, all of them are working. The next thing to test is Dynamax and how that behaves. Because actually, Dynamax behaves a little bit differently with this stuff. For Dynamax, oh, I have to use Plasma Fists, though. Not Electrify. Hopefully my Zeraora is faster than my Diggersby's. Yeah, because I actually have to use Plasma Fist for that. Shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, I can't use Electrify, because Electrify will just override it to be Electric type, which I don't want. Where's Plasma Fist? Plasma Fist and Electrify are in the same... Like, they change typing in the same step. Am I just dumb? No, it's probably not, actually. It's not in there. Yeah, it's over here. Okay. That's 133. I can level it up. That won't be too hard. Yeah, it doesn't actually even matter if I save, because I'm going to be overriding my saves anyway. So we'll just go ahead and max this guy's level. EXP. What am I doing? EXP. Ah! Okay. There we go. Why did I use that? Come on. There we go. We'll just max this level real quick. I do not need Home Claws. I do not need Discharge. I do not need Wild Charge. I do not need agility. There we go. Okay. And now we are off to Game Freak. Okay, so we're not using Weather Ball here. Because it's not relevant anymore. We're just going to be using Max Facade and seeing if it turns into an electric type move or some other type. So actually I think we'll do, we'll hit two things with it. So thankfully Max moves are very easy to tell what type they are because of this. So, actually that's funny. It says it's effective on, Cursula, even though it shouldn't know that at this point. So I'll just go ahead and use Close Combat into Cursula. Doesn't really matter. And then next turn I'll use Plasma Fists. What was this Diggersby? I don't remember. It looks like it nearly crushed my trainer. So it turns into Max Hailstorm. It presumably has the same properties as Pixelate. I would be shocked if there's anything different going on here. It actually doesn't matter if I Plasma Fist Oko this Cursula because I'll still get to see the type of max move used here. So I'll just go ahead and do this. No, Plasma Fists. So this should turn, yeah, both Pokemon will faint in 3 turns. Yeah, sure. So this should turn that into Max Electric. Yep. No surprises here. Or at least, well, I'm surprised that the mechanic works this way, but not surprised that it's consistent with Pixelate. Okay. So, Max. Oh, actually, that should be interesting. I bet Facade will actually turn back into Max Normal again. With Normalize. Okay. So that's that one. Alright. Okay. What type is this one? This is Aerialate. So we should expect. Yep. Yep, Max Airstream. I got paralyzed. annoying. Hopefully I just don't get paralyzed again. I got 2 chances not to get paralyzed. Perfect. Max lightning. Why these are in different spots, I don't know. Marty, probably the premier battle mechanics researcher. Definitely the smartest guy I know who does this work. Speculates that's because max moves, while boosted by a dash 8 ability, or excuse me, max moves do not get boosted by a dash 8 ability. So like Pixelate won't have a power boost while you're Dynamaxed. This one's normalized. Let's stay normalized. Let's go ahead and do normalized. So these two behave exactly as I would have expected. So there is no point in testing normalized plus max facade, because that's obviously going to be max that. So I will test max knockoff, I suppose. Yeah, the game already knows. You already know. Yep, no big surprise there. So I would expect this to imply that this will actually remain max normal. Which one of these is Facade? Facade is the second one. So I'll use Plasma Fists here. Okay, so normalized plus max facade plus plasma fists is still normal type. That makes sense to me. Okay. And if I use max electric plus max darkness, this should definitely be normal type. Yep. Okay. Next we will just, and then the last one will be a really simple test because we just need to test Galvanize. We can't actually test Galvanize at all, really. We can just test that Galvanize works with max moves. So we didn't have to do Plasma Fists, because obviously it'll turn itself into Electric type. No. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab our last Diggersby. The last remaining Diggersby. There we go. This one's max facade. Galvanize. And exactly, max lightning. Okay. I believe that is good for now. I may test hacked comatose later, but I don't want to gen in anything else right now. I'll like to save my genning in between recording sessions. But I think that should let us catch up on a good chunk of the checks done before Moo Success, all the hacking related ones. I think it pretty well covers all of them, so we did a really good job with that. I'm really happy. If you enjoy this kind of content, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any particular hacking related questions, you can ask them in the comments and perhaps you'll see them featured in a video. Until next time, have a good one.